All right, I think we should be live and everything should be running smoothly. So again, I'm just gonna give it a couple of minutes to see whether everything is fine. I think we're live on YouTube now. And I can see I've got the notification on my phone. It would be nice if someone can confirm uh, if the sound is good, the picture is there, so we can then proceed and carry on to obviously have a look at some of those pairs that will look on a weekly basis. Right, if this is your first time stumbling on upon this channel, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm doing live sessions a few times per week, so you don't want to miss any of them. And for those of you who watched yesterday's session, well, hopefully you managed to make some profit also. All right, don't forget to check out the links below this video, below this stream. You can join the free Telegram channel, and that's where you can find even more trading information. For example, I sent out a setup on pound yen earlier today, just about an hour ago. So it looks like price is about to start pushing up. So we'll see how this is gonna go. Hopefully well, right? So I'm just gonna send a quick message on Telegram to let people know that we're live. Okay, here we go. Currently live on YouTube. Looking at potential market moves and trading setups. Feel free to ask your questions in the chat. Okay, so I just need to drop a quick link right here. So let me just get the link. I'm gonna send a message on X as well, and we should be good to go. In the meantime, you can let me know what kind of setups you're looking at. What we normally do is we look at euro dollar, pound dollar, gold, euro yen, and pound yen as well for some trading opportunities. This is what we're gonna do today as well, obviously, right? So here we go. Okay, let's send a message on Twitter. And by the way, do you guys use Twitter at all? It is quite helpful, to be honest. The flow of information is quite fast there, so you can pretty much be updated on anything that's going on in the market, literally as it's happening. It's probably one of the best channels out there to follow news, economic events, and of course whatever you're interested in. I think Twitter is a really nice platform. I would definitely say it's much better than Instagram, for example, right? Okay, so I'm gonna copy this link. All right, here we go. Made up a quick post on the spot, so I think we're ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna look at the 1 hour time frame. What do we got? Right, let's see what we got. Just want to make sure everything is fine. I think my OBS is lagging a little bit, but I'm looking at YouTube, and I think we should be running smoothly. Anyways, going to close that. So it's still got about a minute left to the session open, and it looks like we're already pushing up now. 1 hour time frame on euro dollar, currently trading at previous highs. We have now completely filled up that gap right here, and I'm really expecting to see the price continuing to the upside. I'm not saying it's going to happen right away and immediately we're going to see a bullish impulse, but overall I think there's going to be a continuation of this pullback right here. So let me just load up my pen so I can draw on the chart. It's probably going to be much easier to kind of understand what I'm looking at. Or basically, if you look at the 4 hour time frame, I think at least we're going to come back and retest that previous high. Why is that? Well, I do know we are in a downtrend, so obviously we're in a massive bearish trend, and overall long term we should have a short bias. However, we did come down here with a massive gap to test the previous low area, but instead of having a little bit of a pullback and a continuation to the downside, you can see pretty much what happened here. Okay, so we've got a strong bullish impulse taking price to previous structure. All right, so this is not just a pullback which we can expect to end and for price to eventually go back to the downside. Instead of that, we managed to recover a lot of those losses. All right, not just to fill up the gap, but as you can see, a pretty massive move. So since the beginning of the week, we've got about 200 pip of a move, right? So yes, overall, I think we're going to continue a little bit higher. All right. So short term, that means we could be looking for buying opportunities. And if you look at the 15-minute time frame, we've just broken above this range right here. We can potentially come back. Now, ideally, I want to see the market not only testing the range, but doing something like this. This is where I'm going to be looking for potential reversals. I want to see price slightly below that. And considering that we've got this structure right here as well, well, anywhere in between this area is where I'm going to be looking for potential buying opportunities. Of course, depending on how price action moves, right? So I'm just going to place this zone right here. I'm going to delete that horizontal level. And also, obviously, we cannot know if this is the current high, but if we start forming up a pullback right now, then we would have a Fibonacci like this. This is the 38.2 level. So this to me looks like a pretty strong area for potential buys. Okay, this is euro dollar. Moving on to pound dollar, which obviously very similar setup. This time though, we have even more bullish pressure. A lot more buyers entering this market as well. And this is what I'm talking about. Now, as you can see, we've got a strong upside impulse. Then at some point, it looks like we're start to forming a pullback. And right after this pullback, we've got another strong bullish impulse, taking price above all the structure when you look to the left, all right? And then price kind of slowing down for a little bit, and it looks like we're loading up another bullish impulse right now. So I don't see any point to look for selling opportunities at the moment, right? Short term, looking at the lower time frames, I think we should be looking to buy pound dollar as well. Now, same thing with gold, right? Here is the 15-minute time frame, and if you remember from yesterday's session, this is exactly what we talked about. All right, price coming down here below those lows, taking out all the stop losses, testing the 38.2 level, and then we shot up. All right, as easy as that. What else? We've got euro yen, but yes, basically, obviously gold, I'm looking for a continuation to the upside. Euro yen, well, same thing here again. Now, for me, euro yen and pound yen are currently priority over euro dollar and pound dollar. But why is that? Well, it's mainly because if you look at euro dollar and pound dollar, yes, we do have a lot of bullish pressure here, so I am expecting to see a continuation to the upside. But in order for me to find a good decent entry, I need to wait for a pullback. Well, if you look at euro yen and pound yen, we've already got that pullback, okay? And it looks like we may have that reversal as well. So if we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, so we've just broken above some previous structure. And by the way, let's just check this out here, 1 hour time frame. I'm going to place the Fibonacci retracement tool, and I'm also going to place the Fibonacci expansion tool right here for potential targets. All right, so the first target in this case would be 192.95. Second target will be 194.150, let's say. All right, so we do have a lot of potential to the upside, around 250 pips of an upside move, right? And that perfectly aligns with this previous high also, okay? So this is a pretty decent opportunity right here. Now, if we drop down to the 5-minute time frame, considering that we're currently testing the 61.8 and reacting pretty well so far, if we're going to be looking for buying opportunities, what do we need? Well, let me put it that way. So we do have some structure right here, and we do have some structure right here. So we're currently testing this area, right? So let me just do it like this. Currently testing this area, okay? Now, the thing is, we've just broken above this previous structure. So we may have a little bit of a relief in price, which means some sort of a minor pullback. And if we manage to come back for a retest of this area right here, and then we get a good reversal signal, okay, we can then look for continuation to the upside. And again, using the targets that we just mentioned a minute ago from the Fibonacci expansion tool. But pound yen is definitely looking pretty decent, okay? So I'm going to delete that so people don't get confused that we're looking to sell from those levels, okay? Because I'm only looking to buy, right? I really like that this pullback has actually come lower than those previous lows. So obviously below this structure right here, we've got plenty of stop loss orders sitting in right here, waiting to be taken out. And this is exactly what happened. We pushed down, took out those previous lows, and all we want to see right now is price gathering some momentum to the upside. Now, what I wouldn't like about this setup is if we just shoot straight up without like any chance for me to enter a trade, okay? But yeah, definitely pound yen on my watch list. Same thing with euro yen as well, okay? So we've taken out the stops below this structure right here, and it looks like we're now gathering momentum to the upside. So I'm only going to be looking for buying opportunities here, right? So we've already got the first 5 minutes of the session, and I'm expecting to see more bullish power coming into the market. But you guys let me know, any of those setups, you know, are you looking for trades? You're looking for trades anywhere else? Just drop a comment in the comment section and let me know if there are any other setups that you're interested in. But right now, I believe we may have the best opportunities on the yen cross pairs, obviously together with the majors as well. I mean, it's quite clear what's the direction on gold as well, but I personally don't have an entry. Each one of those minor pullbacks right here, I don't see how I can take advantage of that. Maybe if you look at the 5-minute time frame, you could potentially look for buying opportunities, but where do you place your stop loss? I mean, it's quite risky, at least in my opinion. So I need more of a pullback here on gold in order to start looking for buying opportunities. Like I said, what we had yesterday was pretty decent. Okay, so we're talking about a pullback, taking out previous structure, testing the 38.2 on the Fibonacci level, and then we shoot up. As easy as that. And if I have to be completely honest with you, I had a break-even trade on this one, so couldn't make profit. I was right about the direction. My analysis was playing out very well, but just somehow I messed up my entry, which is completely fine as long as it's not a loss. I'm totally happy with it. And at the end of the day, I still consider this as a good trade because, you know, got out a break even. So I really believed we're going to see continuation to the upside. And even though that's exactly what happened, I've decided to exit my trade at break even because at the time that I entered this trade, I wasn't expected to see, you know, a strong reversal candle on the lower time frames, and that's exactly what happened. So I decided to close my position on break even. Actually, my stop loss was at break even already. But yeah, let's see whether we're gonna have another setup today. It may not be during London session, maybe during the US session. That's fine. But I'm gonna be observing price action here on gold throughout the whole day. Obviously, same thing with pound dollar and euro dollar. But looking at pound yen, I actually think this is where I may have, you know, confirmation for an entry sooner. Now, if I'm really looking for aggressive trades, I would be looking for this break and retest here on the 5-minute time frame on gold. I don't like these types of setups though. I've lost a lot of money on those types of setups just because they're on the lower time frame. So obviously, if that would have happened on the 4-hour chart, I would definitely put more weight into it and potentially look for entry. But right now, considering that we're all the way up here and that this setup is on the 5-minute time frame, I do not want to enter a trade here. But it's definitely looking good. As you can see, we've got a really strong momentum right here, so we're probably going to see a continuation to the upside. I don't want you to take this as an entry signal, all right? It's just how I view the market. Okay. Okay, okay. Just looking up my MetaTrader platform, but it's giving me some issues at the moment. Trying to minimize it and it's just stuck on my screen. Okay, should be fine now. Right. What is pound yen trying to do at the moment? Is it trying to push down? But I can also see what kind of reaction we had up here. Because yesterday we mapped out this zone here on the 1-hour time frame and we had a massive reaction off of that zone. Um, but now with price taking out this structure right here, coming down here and like kind of forming up a bottom, it really looks very nice for an upside continuation. This is definitely what I'm going to be looking for. Now remember, this is the area where I'm looking for potential buys. So ideally we want to see price coming slightly lower. Even if it comes down below this horizontal level, that's still fine. As long as we don't break below this low, that's gonna be okay. And we have a very similar thing here on Euro Yen as well. Okay, so I'm gonna place a horizontal level here also. Okay. Now, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, it looks like we have kind of tested this area really, um, with this downside wick. But that's okay. I'm not gonna rush into any entries because even if I miss this one, well, later on we're gonna see more structure forming up. All right. So again, we're gonna be able to look for those entries again and again. Um, and there's no point to rush into a trade. It is always worth the wait. It's always worth to wait for a good setup to develop, because that's the thing. Once you learn and once you get used to, looking for 1 or 2 decent entries for the whole week and not trading outside of those setups, then this is when your trading actually changes. Because back back in the time, I used to enter like multiple trades per day. Now even if I'm looking on the 4 hour charts, I used to trade every single day. And I didn't know what over trading was. I didn't know what A plus setup was. But right now, if I'm only looking for trades on the 4 hour chart, I probably have 1 to 2 entries per week, the most. Um, and this is not how it used to be. But once you get into that mindset that you're only looking for quality trades, and if a trade doesn't really align with your plan, then you just don't take it. Or if you really want to take that trade, then you know open open the position with a lower lot size. Okay, so let's say if you're risking 1% on each one of your entries, then just risk 0.5, 0.4, something that would make it comfortable to hold that trade even when it's going against you, right? Hi Denisov, thanks for this. It will come with more experience though. Yeah, exactly. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to get used to the emotions when trading. It doesn't take that long to learn how to, spot key levels on the chart and reversals and stuff like that. Um, this is not the difficult part, but the hard part is being able to go through all the emotions, especially when you're trading live, because it gets more real than trading demo. Right, if euro dollar comes down here for a test of this area and it takes out this previous structure right here, so again basically looking for something like this, and we manage to get that reversal within this zone, this is going to be great. Yeah, I do like the setups on the majors, but it's quite early to look for entries. I do need price action to come lower in order for me to find a decent entry. Whereas if you look at euro yen and pound yen, we've already got those pullbacks, right? And the good thing about the yen cross pairs is that whenever you have a clear market direction on those instruments, they tend to go up or down pretty quick. So if we're talking about, say, for example, the 1 hour time frame, if we're talking about that second target, that could literally happen in a day, right? I'm not saying that it will. Not sure what this situation is going to turn out to be, but we've seen it many times. We've seen moves like this times and times again, right? Exactly. So you can see the same thing right here. Plenty of times. But that's how the yen cross pairs are moving. That's their normal behavior. So, for example, this is not quite normal for euro dollar, right? Even though it's probably the most traded instrument out there. You know, gold could be pretty hectic at times. I tend to have better results on gold if I'm swing trading. But if I'm trading that on the lower time frames, for me it is quite risky. Really depends on the setup though, because that setup yesterday was pretty decent. You know, I'm sharing literally everything that I know. I mean, in those live sessions. So I'm not even trying to hold back on any information. So whoever is following those, and I started doing these live sessions because of that, right? And I will be doing them a few times per week. So whoever is watching those live sessions, then they can literally learn my strategy without even like having to buy a course or something. But this is absolutely fine. Unfortunately, not many people are gonna do it though. So you see, for example, we had this structure right here. If price would have given me another pullback that takes out those previous lows, and it then gives me that reversal, that would have been a valid entry for me. Now, if you look at the 15-minute time frame on gold, this is exactly what we had yesterday. It was a pretty decent setup. Yep, I know that feeling. Now, the good thing is that you recognize that you have an issue and you know what you need to work on. But then the next step is to actually do it, right? You're already a step ahead because you know what the issue is, so you know what you have to work on. But now you must have the discipline to really hold back when I mean there's probably the one thing that comes to my mind, and something that I believe is going to help you, is set yourself a daily limit of how many trades you're going to take. And but you have to um you must have that in your rules, and you have to follow the rules. Otherwise you're not going to be able to help yourself, and there's not nobody else that can help you. I mean, I can tell you what you need to do, but at the end of the day you've got to do it, right? So I don't know what kind of strategy you're looking to trade, or which time frames you're looking at, but I would say having more than 2 trades per day is, I think that's more than enough. And that's also not enough for you. I mean, this is not a complete trading plan. Just say to yourself, you know, I'm gonna have 2 trades per day. So what if your 2 trades are winners? Are you gonna take another trade? And what if they're losers? What if you have 1 win, 1 loss, and you're basically break even for the day? Although with 1 win and 1 loss, you shouldn't be break even. You should be up for the day. You know. But I think it would be a good idea to, even if you have, let's say, 2 winners in the beginning of the session, because it could happen. Well, for me, that's a bit too much. Definitely. 80 trades in 5 days. It is quite a lot, I think. And this is very, very stressful, you know. I'll tell you what, even if you, I mean, there is a very small chance for you to be profitable taking 80 trades per every 5 days, you know, in a single trading week. Even if you are profitable, this is going to get so stressful over time that you will start looking at different approaches, right? So you're either trading the 1 minute time frame, which is quite stressful, and nobody is really looking to do that because you basically don't have a life, right, outside of trading. And just like you said, you just started trading last month. For you, it's still very exciting. So I understand that. And you want to be active on the chart. You want to be taking trades. I totally get it. But you will see over time, you're going to be looking for a more relaxed approach to trading. You don't want to be taking 80 trades per day. Every single entry is stressful. And, you know, with time, with experience, it becomes more, you know, it becomes easier, but I mean, the stress never goes away. So it's probably best to put your focus on the higher time frames and maybe taking one or 2 trades per day, not more than that. I think that this is the best thing that you can do. At least that's my own opinion. But give it a try, you know. So you've taken 80 trades for 5 days. You've probably lost money. Even if you're on demo, you see that you have negative results, and obviously you're looking for positive results. So you see what is, you currently see what is not working for you. All right. If this is your first month, if you want to, if you really believe in that, in what you're doing is profitable, then do it for another month. That's absolutely fine. Trading takes time, you know, to learn how to do it properly. It doesn't take months. It literally takes years, right, to become good at it. So give yourself another month if you want to, see how it goes, but then you will have 2 months of data, hundreds of trades, and you're going to be able to track your progress. So if at the end of those 2 months you're down and, you know, you see that most of your trades are losses and the whole process was quite stressful, then obviously this doesn't work. So you have to change something. So take on my advice then, right? If you don't want to do it right away. Give yourself a bit more time, see if it's working, and if it doesn't work, then go over to the 1 hour, the 4 hour charts and start looking for 1 to 2 trades per day maximum, right? And like I said, when I'm swing trading, when I'm looking at the higher time frames, I'm looking to take 1 or 2 trades per week. So yeah, hopefully that helps. What do we got? All right. It looks like price action is kind of slowing down. We don't yet have a pullback. Maybe a beginning of a pullback here on euro dollar. Not much going on with pound dollar at the moment. Looks like gold is about to continue pushing up. Now, is this going to be the pullback on euro yen and the pound yen? Because I wanted to see price slightly lower, right? I wanted to see price tapping into that level, or at least coming just nearby that level. We kind of did with this previous candle, but I don't know. To me it looks like there's going to be another pull back before the next leg up. So we'll see. I completely understand what you're saying. I just got too excited like a gambler going into a casino. Yep. That's absolutely fine. This is absolutely fine. Trust me, there's not a single person out there who started trading who hasn't gone through the same exact feeling. The only reason why so many people are losing in trading is because over 90% of retail traders are actually losing money, constantly losing money. And the only reason for that is because they know what they need to do in order to improve, but they don't do it, right? So you've got to be smarter than them and you've got to be more disciplined. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. It sounds pretty straightforward, but that's how it is. A lot of people tend to overcomplicate trading and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm trading very simple setups. Everyone who's been trading for a few months will know what a break and retest is, right? And I've been trading for 7 years. I've tried plenty of strategies, I've tried indicators and whatnot. And I'm telling you, this stuff works. It's always worked and it will continue working. But the thing is how you manage your trades. And managing your trades means how you manage your emotions. Because when you enter a trade, your trade goes into profit, you feel a certain type of way. When it goes into negative, so you basically see that you're losing money with every pip, that price goes down or up and it goes against you. So you start stressing out. So now you don't know whether you should add to your position to make up for the losses quicker, whether you should close your trade or just do nothing. And you start stressing out. But that's because people don't have a specific trading plan. And I actually think any trader out there who wants to create a trading strategy suitable for them, right? We're talking about a custom trading strategy that perfectly fits their character as a person, their style as a trader. I think that only can be done after a few months of trading, because then you know what kind of feelings you go through when the position goes against you, when it goes in your favor. So let's say if every time the position goes against you and you're feeling really bad, it's giving you bad vibes and it just doesn't make you feel good, and that affects your trading. If that happens, then you should probably, look to, let's say, exit half of your position as soon as price goes against you. So let's say it goes in your favor, it comes back to break even, and now it's in a loss, but it hasn't hit your stop loss yet. So you can then take out half of your position, right? And now you have just half the risk left on the table. So if you get taken out, you basically lose less than what you initially set to lose, right? That could help potentially. I mean, there's plenty of ways how to manage trades, how to manage risk. There's literally so many ways how to do it, but it really depends on what kind of trader you are, what kind of person you are. There are conservative traders and there are very aggressive traders. Some people, they just can't enter a trade with more than 1% on their account. And there are others who are just risking literally 5 to 10% on every single entry, right? So you've got to decide which one you want to be. And like I said, this is only going to happen after a few months in trading, because you will then know what works for you and what doesn't. I have lost over half my account 3 times, but so far I have recovered my losses so far. So you managed to recover your losses without depositing more. So you basically lose half of your account and then you manage to make up for the losses while trading. If that's the case, then that's fine, because that means you're basically break even, right? And it's only your first month in trading. So if that's the case, then you're actually doing very well, honestly. All right, what do we have on pound yen? It looks like we may be coming down to that level. So let's give it a bit more time, see how it goes. I started with no stop loss. No, I have added stop losses and take profits. That has helped me with losses. Yeah, using a stop loss is mandatory. I would say in the beginning take profit as well, but with time you may not, you may stop using take profits, so to speak. But stop losses are mandatory. You have to place a stop loss every single time on your trade and never move that stop loss. You can only move it in a positive area to basically reduce your risk or to lock in more and more profit. Not any since I started. I want to turn it into a million. I understand it will take 3-4 years. Okay. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully it happens. It's a quite optimistic goal, but I'm not here to tell you why it's not gonna happen. I'm only here trying to help traders. So hopefully it happens. So wait, so you're trying, yeah, trailing stop loss. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I understand it will take 3-4 years. I want to turn it into a million. So what is your current balance that you want to flip into a million account? All right, that's fine. Let's see what's gonna happen with the 50-minute candle. We still got a few minutes. So if that candle leaves a long rejection wave, this is gonna be a good enough signal for me. So we're talking about a wicks like this, okay? So if we get a candle like this down here around this area, this is gonna be a pretty strong signal. Let me just check this out. What happened and I will update you on my journey. Yeah, sure, of course, you have to. You might laugh, but it's $300. Okay. Well, we have to use a lot of risk on those $300 to turn them into a million. I'll say that. Pound dollar trading at a pretty strong resistance. So if there's going to be a pullback, it's probably going to be now. And we've got this most recent low. Now, are we going to have enough strength to push all the way down here? I am not sure, but if that happens, this is going to be good. And if that also happens on pound dollar, then that means we're going to be looking at euro dollar down here within this area. So I'm not going to be looking for entries unless price reaches that area here on euro dollar. Okay. But euro yen and pound yen. Now see what we have on pound yen. We're starting to reject this area. So that makes it a good suitable level for long positions. EP, did you just delete a message? I couldn't read it. I missed that last message. So I think you deleted it because that's what the platform says. That's what YouTube tells me. Now what do we have here on pound yen? 61.8. Same thing on euro yen as well. Yep, I understand your strategy, but turning 300 into a million, uh, I don't think you're going to be able to ease off. Maybe when you get up to a few hundred K, that's when you're going to be able to afford to ease off. Until then, you're going to have to risk a lot. Right, gold continues pushing up. 2,867. Okay. Now the 5 minute time frame looks pretty decent. It looks like we're currently retesting the previous highs, and so we're not being able to break below them, at least for now. But let's see how it goes. Whenever I'm not sure, I just go up a time frame. Strong push on GJ. So let's see. As long as we're trading above this low from Monday, which is basically the level of 157.95, let's say 158. All right. As long as we're trading above that level, I'm only going to be looking for buying opportunities. So what does that mean? It means that even if we drop down here below the structure, I'm still going to be looking for a reversal. Okay, so this is the low from Monday, which I don't want to see price breaking below. And obviously the same thing here on pound yen. Yep, there's still about 15 minutes left till that 1 hour candle closes. So we'll see where it goes. All right, more bullish momentum on gold. Yep, EP, that's right. This is gonna happen with time. If you've only been trading for a month, you still got plenty of time. As long as you keep showing up every day and look at the charts and have a trading plan and execute your trades based on that plan, you're gonna be all right. What's going on with the dollar index? Yeah, pretty strong price action. It's a few times per week, so it's mainly on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Just because I'm not a big fan of trading on Mondays or Fridays, so I've decided to do them every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But it's every week, yeah. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell so you know every time I go live. And I'm not sure whether you are a member of the free channel, but check out the links below the stream. I've put a link to the free Telegram channel, and yeah, and there's also a lot of free information on our website. So I'm writing blog articles. I've got plenty of courses, trendlineforex.com. If you are still a beginner, you said you've been trading for a month only, so I would definitely recommend to check out the free beginners course. So it's completely free. All you need to do is to register on our website, and it's called free beginners course. Let me have a look at our website. And there's plenty of videos explaining how the forex market works and what you need to be aware of before you start trading. Actually, so yeah, free forex training for beginners. Here it is. So this right here is the course. Right. Yes, you can see that. So free forex training for beginners. I'm not sure if there is a. I don't think there is a link below this stream, but here is the website trendlineforex.com. You then go to services, courses. You go to beginner, and it's the first one, I believe. So as you can see, this is what's included in that course. Um, what is the forex market, how to trade using indicators, margin and leverage explained. So basically, money management, which is very important. How to do technical analysis, what kind of news to look out for. Plenty of things. Very very useful. So make sure to check it out. Oh, you already joined? Okay, that's fine. You're already in that free Telegram. That's okay. Okay, I see how it is. That's fine. I understand. So you do have a little bit of experience. That's okay. No, not at the moment. I used to live in the UK though. Used to live in Bristol. Amazing city. Honestly, such a great city. Right. So far, ain't got nothing. See, those type of reversals, I don't like those because we're still pushing down with a strong momentum. Now, if I'm gonna be looking for reversal, it's fine that we're pushing down with a strong momentum, but I want to see price slowing down before that reversal happens. And I cannot see price action slowing down within this range right here. So I'm not sure whether this is going to be the reversal, but we're going to wait. Now, what's going to confirm that this is a reversal would be to see higher structure. Okay, so want to see price pushing up, coming back down, forming a higher low, and then creating another bullish leg. That would potentially confirm that this is an actual reversal. Oh, really? Okay, 10 to 4. So you should probably pick another session to trade. It's crazy to stay up here that late. It's currently 10 to 11 a.m. over here. So I managed to get a good rest, good sleep, and now I'm up on the charts. Don't know about you though. And what about in the US? Right, pound dollar pushing up. So we should possibly see some buyers coming into this market as well in pound yen. I would rather trade London and New York. Hmm. So when do you sleep, man? You should get a good few hours of sleep before a trading session, right? Otherwise, if you are exhausted, you're not going to be a good decision maker on the charts. Yeah, during those live sessions, yeah, that's mainly what I do. But we have a premium channel where every single day, this is my main watch list right here. So I've got another, as you can see, I've got another section on my watch list where it says live sessions, and this is pretty much what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at during the live sessions, just because I'm mainly looking at the lower time frames. So whenever you look at the trades, let's say the 5 to 15 minute chart, you don't really need 10 or 20 pairs. Okay, you just need a couple of them. But in the premium Telegram channel, what I do is every single morning before the London market opens, I send out about a 10-minute long video where I'm going through, each one of those instruments, or at least most of them. And this happens on a daily basis, and I'm giving you the plan for the day ahead, key levels, setups that I have on those instruments. And say, for example, today I talked about most of those instruments, Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie as well, Bitcoin and Ethereum also, gold, and yeah, dollar yen, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. So I mentioned all of those in today's video. Um, so yeah, I keep that for the premium Telegram channel. Um, and like I said, this is information and daily updates on the setups that we have right here. I'm not sending out trading signals or anything like this. I don't believe people are going to learn how to trade by following signals. But I'm doing a quick analysis on each one of those, and when people are following this day in and day out, they kind of know what's gonna happen even if I don't send a video. Nine p.m. to 2 a.m. Okay. Should probably get more sleep though. Right, it looks like we're very bearish here, but it doesn't mean that we're not gonna go back to the upside. So I definitely need more price action to confirm this idea, but uh, again, there is definitely still a chance that we may see price going back to the upside before it breaks below this most recent low on the 15-minute time frame. But even if it does, then later on I'm gonna be expecting a reversal again. Now the thing is that it looked like we may be going for an upside move right now just because we had a pretty decent reaction of the 61.8 here on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so that's why I'm looking for potential reversal today. But yeah, let's see. Yes, that's true. So what kind of trade do you have on Aussie dollar? Are you long, short? What time frame did you enter on? When was your entry? If you don't mind sharing, of course. But yeah, overall we're bullish on Aussie dollar. So if you're long, that's fine. In my opinion, at least. All right, so here is the 5-minute time frame on GBP JPY. So that's quite a bullish signal. All right, so as you can see, the market tried to push down and break below this, but as soon as it tapped into this previous low, it quickly reversed back to the upside. So I want to see this candle closing up here above the previous one. Not sure if it's going to happen, but I feel like after this candle, we're going to have a momentum towards the upside. Yep, here we go. Euro yen is looking even better. So here is the 30-minute candle on Euro yen. And okay, I'm looking at different brokers here, so that's why we've got. Let me just check them out on my broker. So I'm looking at my MetaTrader at the moment. So let's have a look at the 30-minute time frame here on pound yen. 30-minute time frame on euro yen. Okay. 15-minute time frame. Again, a 15-minute time frame. Right. So 8 cap is different than my own broker. Right, quite a strong push here on the majors. Long on Aussie dollar since yesterday afternoon. That's okay, that's fine. Well done then. So how long do you normally keep your trades open for? Are they like swing trades, or are you looking for day trading opportunities? Well, I guess probably swing trades if you're still holding a position from yesterday. $62.03. 62.03. It's right around here. 62.03. TP 6325 29. And what about stop loss? Where was your stop loss? Was it below this low right here or 0.8? Okay. 0.08, yeah. I understand. So nice. You caught the momentum to the upside. That's okay. Now, if anyone is watching to enter a long trade here, an entry now would be quite aggressive. You want to wait for price to break above this structure right here. Alright, this is on euro yen. And same thing on pound yen. You want to see price breaking above this structure. Okay. So that will kind of confirm a continuation to the upside, because now looks like we've got a strong push towards the downside. Yes, price started climbing again, but it's right after an impulse move to the downside. So that's why I'm saying probably waiting for a breakout here would be a more conservative way to enter a trade. Yeah. Yeah, I would say swing trading is probably the best. I like scalping, but honestly, I'm really bad at it. It usually results in a revenge trading. Yes. Yeah, I think scalping is very, very difficult, especially for beginner traders. You need to have a lot more experience in trading to be able um to try the lower time frames and trade them like a pro. Otherwise, it's very easy to slip up and get into your emotions, and then yeah, revenge trade is probably the worst because you're basically losing money, and you know you shouldn't be trading, but you still keep opening positions, so it gets really frustrating. I know. I've felt this way before, so I know what you're talking about. Okay, a lot of people getting tricked right now, so that's why we're waiting before we pull the trigger. But I think there's a very big probability that we're gonna leave another one of those rejection wicks, and then we're gonna switch over back to the upside. Looking at Euro Yen, I think this is what's gonna happen, but I wouldn't be entering position before I see that happening. And then we've got Pound Yen. Right, because I think I'm gonna be ending this soon. Remember that I'm gonna be looking for buying opportunities unless we break below this low from Monday, right? So if you want to put that level on your chart, 158, and as long as we're trading above that level, we're going to be looking for long positions only. Okay, same thing on pound yen. The level here is 190. All right, so around even easy to remember number, so that's why 190 should work. So as long as we're trading above that, yeah, because of a small account, I know. Um, And then yes, also use the Fibonacci expansion. If you manage to find a good entry and price goes in your favor, it basically goes to the upside. Look for your targets using the Fibonacci expansion too. So the first target on GJ would be 192.95. Second target 192.150. Okay, so if we look at Euro Yen, should we do the same thing? Let's check it out. First level would be 160.60 and then 161.65. All right, those will be the target levels. There's still a lot of potential that this is going to happen, but even if we break below the most recent lows on the 1 hour time frame, like I said, as long as we're trading above this level right here, we're going to be looking for a potential reversal. Okay, so try and not overtrade. So in order for this to happen, you have to wait for extra confirmation every time. Okay. So remember when I said that I want to see price coming back for a retest of this previous structure, and then I'm going to be looking for entries. I didn't enter on the retest. As you can see, we had a strong candle to the downside, so I decided to wait. We then have another strong candle to the upside. That's not enough for me, you see, so I'm still waiting. You've got to be patient, right? Gold, well, not much to say here. Obviously, I'm expecting to see a continuation higher. Again, if you look at the 5-minute time frame, you could potentially look for a retest of this previous structure right here. So, you know, very simple setup. If price comes down here, if it gives you a good reversal signal, then you can do that. Obviously, that could happen slightly lower, right? But you can also use that as a signal. So that's why you need to observe price action. And as long as we don't break below this low, we're probably going to be looking for a continuation to the upside right away. Okay, now if we break below that, I'm still going to be looking for buying opportunities, but we can then switch over to a higher time frame and look for the next levels where we may see support or resistance. Okay, so overall upside continuation on gold, and obviously the same thing here on euro dollar and pound dollar. I couldn't quite get that pull back toward this area, but I'm not surprised either, because there's a lot of bullish pressure in the market. So I wasn't 100% sure whether it will come all the way down here. You know, but that would be a good level definitely here on euro dollar, and previous low on pound dollar, right? We've also got this structure as well. So again, we have plenty of levels to watch out for as long as price gives us that pullback. If it doesn't, then that's fine. We're going to be looking for entries later on. So I think that's going to be pretty much all. Fortunately, I can't trade gold with my broker. Yeah. Well, I'm in Europe, so you know, it's a bit of a different thing with the brokers, but send me a message. We do work with a few brokers, large, very large brokers. I'm not talking about some dodgy ones. I'm talking about, you know, one of the biggest brokers in the industry. So send me a message on Telegram. Let me just drop a link to a Telegram where you can reach me directly. So I'm going to do this, and we'll see. I think our brokers do accept accounts from the US as well. We also work with 8Cup. I think they should be fine. They're based in Canada or Australia, so they should be fine taking an account from accepting clients from the US as well. So send me a message, and let's see if I can help you out. But yeah, IC Markets, 8Cup, Think Markets, we do work with them, so we may be able to help you out. And yeah. Oh really? None of them? That's a bit strange. I don't think that's the case though. You should be able to trade gold. Hmm. Oh, you just messaged me, right? So I'm gonna end the stream here. We're gonna carry on our conversation via Telegram. But yeah, I pretty much told you what to look out for. So you know, follow price action, see how it goes, and I'll probably see you guys in tomorrow's session. Okay, P, that's fine. That's fine. All right, we're gonna carry on Telegram. So I'm gonna end it here. I'll see you guys next time. Again, for those of you who are watching this video for the first time, you haven't seen our channel before, make sure to check out all the links below this video. We've got a completely free Telegram channel. We've got a completely free beginners course on our website, trendlineforex.com. So definitely go and check it out. And if there are any questions, put them in the comment section down below. You can also reach me on Telegram. Yeah, there's plenty of videos coming out, more live sessions every week. So a lot of information you don't want to miss out, right? Subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.